Back. The chairman of Tantita Security Services, Nigeria Limited, Chief Government Ekpemupolo, popularly known as Tompolo, has been in the news lately. I mean, from making his community Baramatu known to political talks and alliance and support and throwing his voice to all that is happening in River State. The last time we talked about it, he talked about how Fubara is coming back, how they will not sacrifice him, how they are the one that brought Chief Yesom Wike into governorship race and he won that election, and also that he supports President Tinubu continue for another 4 years. Now, recently he spoke with Arise News and said that that number one, Fubara is coming back, and that number two, he supports Tinubu to finish his another 4-year term. Justin.
Thank you very much. Well, Tompolo is a well-known figure in Nigeria. It means so many things to so many people.
Yes.
Which is true. So, on the political side, well, he has aired his opinion about Fubara. For me, I don't really have any divergent view. But when it comes to presidential election, I think that's where I have a divergent view. He has spoken, from what I read, that he's I think the cross of his argument or his support bees was that the should not think about presidency coming to them. They should allow Tinubu to finish his second term. Which is okay.
Is that for fairness?
For fairness.
Yes, for fairness.
Yes, but I would have preferred allowing the South to complete their 2 tenures for fairness, not personalizing it.
Okay. It doesn't have to be Tinubu.
Yes, it doesn't have to be Tinubu, but it could be another Southerner completing it. So for me, that would have made more sense as a statesman.
Someone like Jonathan has not completed his
Exactly. So that's why I said, as a statesman, it should have been more like, oh, the North should allow the South to have their 2 tenures. Than saying, oh, allow President Bola Tinubu to complete his 2 tenures. It's not an automatic thing.
All right, Peter, your views.
I'm not surprised. If I'm on same contract, he is to secure a pipeline. I won't say otherwise. No, it's not about personal interest. I won't say otherwise. It says Tinubu is a seasoned politician that can elevate Nigeria. But he's been there for 2 years. Where are we? See, let's judge based on what's on ground. Say he's a seasoned politician that can elevate us. Who spent almost 2 years. And for most people, if we go backwards, the level of hunger when he took over and level of hunger now is, as a social media, 0.2. It has gone high. So he has said what he needed to say to appease him. I said he's even planning to go on nationwide campaign. With all sincerity and with all due respect, Tompolo is not popular in the East. It's only very popular in Niger Delta. How people know him in the North?
He's popular, but for different reasons.
No, popular for the elites. Those guys on the street, those children on the street, call his name, they'll be wondering. Those guys are going to compare to. Can that name gather people? Come to Abia and make sure that Tompolo is coming to campaign. Can the name move people? But in Delta State, yes, he can. In South, yes, it can.
No, he's not going to have campaign as in campaign rally.
For Tinubu
he's not going to have that kind of campaign. He's going to seek opinion leaders.
Yes. What he said, I'm quoting him.
Yes.
His plan is finishing talk.
Yes.
To go nationwide to go and campaign.
No, he said we are going to talk to our northern brothers. Do you understand? So he's going to seek for policy makers, people that matters in opinions, in politics, and say, look, let's shield the sword and let Tinubu finish his 8 years. I think
no. That's like he said, the right word. Let South complete that 8 years. It makes sense. You don't shut every person out.
Okay, Justin, you see, from the way it's going, I think most of the time that the hype they are giving 2027 election is too much when there are a lot of deliverables that we have not seen politically. For example, one of them is that Tinubu said, if I don't give you electricity, don't vote me back. We have not seen, I mean, it's plunked. We have seen collapse of the grid, national grid. I mean, like 2 every month or once every month. And it's not been stable. At least that electricity alone, he said, it needs to stabilize before we start talking about governors decamping, this one going there. Don't you think it's too early?
PK, the hype is not too early. Let me tell you why I said it's not too early. It's on both ways. The masses who are frustrated, who are impoverished, we can't wait for 2027 to come.
But funny enough, right now, it's not the masses that are talking about
No,
it.
that's number one.
Yes.
Number two, those that are decamping and cross-carpeting, we've never had it this bad before.
Yeah.
That's to tell you that something is fishy. Something is fishy. There is an adage that when you see a toad running in the daylight, something is chasing it or is chasing after someone. So for those that are decamping, it's either something is chasing them
Or they are chasing
something. So whatever is chasing them is best known to them. Some of them will know what is chasing them. Because everybody is saying, oh, this government is not doing well. And we have our so-called leaders rushing with so much haste to align with them.
A system that has not been working.
A system that has not been working. A system that is a total collapse. A system that has taken us backward. That has impoverished the entire nation. So it has made it so obvious that our political leaders who are cross-carpeting are only cross-carpeting for one thing, personal interest. Everybody wants to hold on it because they've seen it that, oh, this is a gold mine. It's an opportunity for them to plunder and rape us the more with reckless abandon. So once you cross over, you are automatically a saint. Your sins are forgiven. You are proclaimed a saint. So who doesn't want to be a saint? I'm sure PK, you want to be a saint.
I'm already a saint. Peter, Tompolo's voice has become a voice head. You know, you first of all talked about the fact that he's not too popular. I think he's quite popular. If it's for the militancy, he's been around for a while now. Yeah. You know, long before, I think before Yaradwa's time. You know, and that's 8 years. 8 years. That's about 18 years now. When militancy was hot in the creeks of Niger Delta, he's been around for a while, you know. But he's known. But what he's not known for is politics. What he's known for is militancy. So anytime they want to announce, they will say former militants. Now they are now in the open, and they have formed a security apparatus to maintain our pipelines, oil pipelines, crude oil pipelines. Now, you think that his influence doesn't cut across southeast, south, southwest, and north. I mean, all those regions.
Yeah, it cut across all Nigerians. Why? If the pipeline is punctured, it will affect all of us. If the cruise, our production goes down, Nigeria is in trouble.
Yeah.
But for me, he should stay away. He's diving too much into politics. He made a statement categorically. Fubara is coming back. That is a strong statement.
But the other statement he made, that they were the one that made wicked government.
I thought Wike is gone.
No, but that means he has been there for that long.
So,
Justin, do you understand what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
He shows his hand more.
Yes.
That's weighty. Fubara is gone for 6 months. That's what we were told. What he's saying.
And this is the second time he's reiterating it.
You see, when you don't have a working system, this kind of things are bound to happen.
Yeah.
There are people who are speaking, who are making utterances that in a sent line, they have no business making or uttering such statements.
Yeah.
But of course, this is Nigeria, according to Charlie Boy, where elephants can fly. So anything goes in Nigeria. So it's really quite unfortunate that we found ourselves in this kind of situation where people will come and make categorical statements about elected leaders. Leaders that were elected by millions of people. Then one individual will come and make a categorical statement. Okay, don't worry. You see, it further disillusions the general populace, making them realize that their vote does not count. And it's really a disgrace in this age and time that we are faced with this kind of situation. It's really appalling. I feel ashamed. I feel ashamed. That is just the truth.
All right, the voices we used to be here before, now they were that of Asari Dokubo. All of a sudden, after Fubara was suspended, he's been kind of quiet. He supported Bola Tinubu as for president, and when he got it, he stayed back with Fubara, and now Tompolo's voice is coming out. Is it that they have become very important stakeholders in the system? Peter,
he's a very important stakeholder. 1 minute. He is. As much as I said, he's not very popular, but he's a very important stakeholder. To safeguard our pipelines, he is important to Nigeria. And see, monopoly kills. Now you have given it to him. That's why Asari was making those noises he was making. He was thinking maybe the contract would be broken, maybe giving some parts. Now he's giving him the sole control of securing our pipeline. See, when you start breeding something, a small dog, that small dog you'll be giving today can become a tiger tomorrow. When you overfeed him, give him so much power. Now he's speaking because he can afford to sponsor any candidate and get you elected.
Just in your last words, a country that has a military that protects the territorial integrity of that nation, a sovereign nation, both the military, paramilitary, they are all involved. Why do we need a security firm to protect our infrastructure?
It's one word: decadence in the system. When you have a working system, why do we have the military? Why do we have the paramilitary? We have the Nigerian Civil Defense, we have the military, we have the
custom,
Navy, you have
Navy.
So why do we need a private security to safeguard our national assets? Now, you see, again, it's also a very big concern because the terrain in which they operate,
they're the only one that knows it.
They are the only one that knows it. They require arms. And tomorrow, how well can we account for these arms
they were given
if
to
the
them.
tables turn?
So is it that they can buy arms directly, or the federal government assigned those arms to them?
Whichever way, whether they buy directly or the federal government assigns the question is, how will these arms be accounted for? Last month, we read about police not being able to account for a certain number of arms and ammunition. That is Nigerian police. For crying out loud, we are not talking of individuals. And we all know that these are political thugs.
Whichever way you think
about the people that are contracted, those that are the foot soldiers that are doing this job, they are political thugs. So you arm them, then tomorrow that job ends. How do you retrieve this?
Even when there's election, some political figure can go and rent.
Exactly.
Remember
we are our own problem.
Remember what he said about Bayelsa? Say they should not try this in Rivers in Bayelsa.
So it's a very big
and nothing was said.
Problem.
Nobody addressed it.
Okay, all right. We'll be back on News Insight to look at the Nigerian that works for everybody. Thank you.